So
to
what's
Hassan's
happening is
phone.
we are recording, so we can just put the recording up. How's
Yeah.
that?
So
And everyone will be very happy. All right. It is Friday, May 31st. It is 11 a.m. I am calling to order the Southborough Library Board of Trustees meeting. First item on the agenda, and this is going to be fast. First item on the agenda, Massachusetts Public Library Construction Program. Ryan, take it away.
so just a quick update. We are 99% done. I have some photos to add in. If you guys want to see, I do have, I think it's worth showing you guys. I'm just going to very quickly show you the photographs that we kind of put aside.
Okay, that's good. And I'm going to say Amy has a hard stop at 11:10. Okay, so that gives us, maybe we could see the photos after. I don't know. What do you?
No, it's real quick. So
All
these
right.
are just some of the pictures. So you'll see some of them are the library looking good. Some of them are the library not at its best.
Yep,
Some of
good.
them were specifically remediation flood photos, which we thought was important to include. There's some additional interior shots we're adding. We don't want those to be the only shots of the children's room, for example, but we do have those. Some of this is like the exposed insulation that we've tried to correct over the years. Some of them is when we redid the carpet. So that gives a good clear indication of the collection. So we have thousands of photos that we've gone through, and these are just in particular ones that we've highlighted that we're adding captions to. So again, there's some additional interior shots that are going to be added in. The captions I'm adding just explain what the photo is showing. So like there's a page, for instance, on parking, like it shows the winter parking shot that we have, but it also shows the parking lot when it's fully congested, and then it shows some of the cracks in the pavement. So again, it's kind of giving an overview of all visually, all of the things that we either described in the plan or that we want to highlight that wasn't in the narrative that helps with a visual. Okay. So that
Sounds
just because you have to approve the plan next, but we're still adding photographs, but you just got a big chunk of the photographs we're adding were separated out by the staff and I.
okay. All right.
The only other thing, if you guys, and I know that there was difficulty opening the draft, but the only other thing that needs to be added at the beginning was the gross square footage and the net square footage. So that that is going to be added in. We finished that yesterday with the estimated space summary chart. So I have that all in.
All right.
Net of
Okay,
what? What's the
sorry.
difference between the gross and the net?
Thank you.
So the gross and the net, so gross is, you had to ask me that, Janet. Now I have to look it up. Okay, well, anyway, if you guys have anything to discuss, just let me get that document open really quick, and then
We only have a minute for Amy, right?
Yes.
No, I'm good for a little bit longer.
Okay, good. And Mary, what is your hard stop time?
11:30.
Okay, you're good. All right.
Okay. So the estimated gross is the total, Janet. We have to allocate 30%. I'm sorry, we have to unallocate 30% that isn't given to specific areas. So the net square footage is actually 15,750, whereas the 30% unassigned area is 5,250. That's for us to kind of add in areas that are identified in the plan, but we didn't specify square footage. And if you guys are curious about this, all of the square footage is estimations, and Carol Logan, Kim Ivers, and Mariana, and to be honest, myself, I was a big part of it, gave our best calculations for square footages. That was really looking at also the Westboro plan, because they had planned out similar areas that we have, and kind of gave rough ideas on like a director's office is like 120 square feet, I can tell you, based on that plan. So we looked at that as a model. So there's one in there for Kim's office, my office, and an office in the teen room for Mariana. So those are examples. But again, the square footage calculations are really rough. We also could not confirm for sure some of the square footage calculations, like in the existing areas that are going to be maintained, like the Judy Williams Reading Room. So we gave it our best guess. We tried to measure as best we could and then give those estimates in the space plan chart. There is, for instance, a lot of area given to a periodicals space, which we don't know exactly what that will be at the end of the day. We just know that we had a donor who has already talked to the Friends of the library who would be willing to contribute funds towards furniture. So we thought that might be like a nice seating feature, just because we had to identify public seating spaces as well. But that is sort of highlighted in the back of the plan. And then you'll get a final, that's what we're calling it, copy of the plan when I submit this afternoon. So that's going to be pretty quick. But all of the narrative elements are there. It's just the square footage and net square footage that I just said in the meeting have to be added. And then the photos that you just saw, plus a few current interior shots are being added in, and then we're good to go.
Okay, so Ryan, this is all predicated on we are staying in the same place and building an addition.
This plan could be applied to the secondary site, but it does remove that we did predicate a lot of the existing narrative on having the similar spaces that we have in the 25 Main Street site. So if we're building a whole new site, we can still have a reading room at the same square footage that we're calculating for the space summary chart, but it would not potentially be in the same place, right? Because we could build a whole new area from scratch if we wanted to.
All right. Okay, I'm just clarifying that there's still a step in there that we need to see the results of, which is the site evaluations, plural, right?
Yes. So if we get accepted into the grant program, which we'll find out towards the end of September, early October, after the Massachusetts Board of Library Commissioners meet, there will be an actual site visit with the state consultants. And I believe there's other parties that come with them. We look at both the existing 25 Main Street facility and then what we're kind of calling Zero Middle Road, which is the secondary site we identified next to the transfer station. So we actually do physically go over there and look at that site. So that'll be part of the review. But again, that's also if we get one of the awards. So
anyway, so fabulous work on this. Are there other questions before we vote to accept?
there, if you want to go through the narrative and if you find any non-substantive changes, like any sort of grammatical, and again, I know the net and the gross square footage need to be calculated. That was because it's part of another sheet that had to match the building program. So that's going to be entered in as well as the photographs. But at this point, we're done the narrative elements. Like we are not on the staff side adding anything else. I'm not adding anything else. But I would just say if there's like something that you're going through and you really need in, we have like a couple hours is what I can tell you. And you can stop by and we can talk it out. But this is really what the plan is gonna, the building program is gonna be like 99% the same at this point when we submit. So I talked to the commissioners, they said, you guys can do a conditional vote. But I would just say vote to accept the library building
Yeah.
program. That should be the motion. You guys should all vote, and then we can put that today was the approval date. And
All right,
that will
let's-
also appear on the building program itself. It'll say approved by the Library Board of Trustees, May 31st, 2024.
All right, so do I have a motion to approve the library building program as presented today?
No, don't say as presented because it's not, we're still adding. I would
Okay,
just
let's
say
do it.
vote
Do
to approve.
I have a motion to approve the library building program? Full
I have
stop.
my motion as Marguerite says. How's that?
What she said, right? Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, all those in favor, Landry, aye.
Mani, I.
Yes, Donnie, I.
Ekberg, aye.
Tinty, I.
There we are. All right,
Jane?
Ryan, thank you.
Jane, did you vote?
Who didn't?
You're on mute. You're muted.
Who is?
David,
Jane was.
aye.
Oh, Jane. Oh,
Okay, no, I was thinking you could hear me. But I, okay.
okay,
Okay.
all right. So the motion passes unanimously. Ryan, thank you. This is amazing. And especially those photographs make it look so bad. They're really good.
Yeah,
Oh,
good
we were
job, Ryan.
also just, we were also gonna add the ones on the recent window water because Marguerite had specifically requested we add those. So we wanted to put in, this was a 2024 problem. So that's gonna go kind of in the back part of the photographs. But we did take, I took extensive photographs of that damage for facilities. So I have some nice recent shots of that. I'm trying not to go too crazy into the damage because just the reliving the remediation and the flood stuff has not been fun, I
PTSD
would
going
say.
on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bad time, no question.
Yeah. The one other thing, and I'm sorry to hit you with something on top of this when this was the purpose of the whole meeting, but we were sent, and I forwarded you guys just a quick email we got from the assistant town administrator on a training that they would like to do for anti-discrimination on June 5th, which is next Wednesday for all of us paying attention. The library has no current program scheduled. Other town facilities are going to close that day so their staff can attend for the morning period. The library would still be open, but this is my pitch. I think we could close from 10 to 1, reopen up the library at 1 p.m., and then we'll be open until 9, like normal. So we're just closed for a 3-hour period in the morning. This will allow all staff to go if they want, and then we will also invite all part-time staff to attend if they're present. So kids in school can't, so some of the pages can't go, but if anybody else is available, they would have the option.
That
Are
makes sense.
trustees expected to attend?
This is for town staff, so no.
Okay,
David, it would just be for library employees.
got it.
But it's mandatory for staff, isn't it? Full-time?
So I did circle back, Janet. They can't mandate trainings for us, especially if they didn't inform us of the date or time of the training and didn't confirm that we could close the library. What I believe happened is that because it's the end of the fiscal year, some of the employee training money is trying to be utilized, and this was scheduled relatively late, unfortunately, in the fiscal year, and it's based on when the presenter can come, right? It is with the town's labor attorney, who I've had the nice courtesy of being able to speak with, both on a Zoom and on the phone, but I don't think I've ever met Kate Federoff in person. So selfishly, I would actually just like to say hi because she's helped us on a number of different questions that we've had over the years. So, but Kate is the one doing the training, and I can tell you it's worth going to because Kate is very articulate, she's very organized, and I've been impressed with any interactions I've had with her. So
Okay, so location?
I believe the training is at the townhouse. Do you guys? Would help if I knew that it's either in the public safety room or the townhouse. If you give me a sec.
Either
feel
way,
bad,
it's easy
sorry.
staff to attend, so I think you should definitely close for them to attend.
Yep.
Recording it doesn't always have the same impact as being there in person.
It will be at the public safety training room. So it's going to be at the new public safety facility in their training room. So that's where it won't be far from the library.
Do we need to vote on it, Ryan, or you just wanted to let us know?
Well, so I think how you guys have handled this in the past, and we have a new board member, so I wanna be mindful of that and also make sure she's okay, is that you guys have allowed me to close the library in the past for, weather closures, like if we have inclement weather problems, and then also for staff trainings. But again, I don't take the ability to close the library lightly because it impacts public service. I also like to give the public at least a week notice, which we are missing with this opportunity. We also may have to fully cancel delivery that day from Optima, which just means all the ILL bins will come on Thursday. So I may have to see if additional staff is available on Thursday to help, because we'll get double the load, if that makes sense. But that's not, none of these are deal breakers. I do think, I really just like to check in with you to see if there's any concerns or issues that you have. You're welcome to take a vote, but I think where you've left it in the past is that that's not required.
Yeah, it's
Makes
at your discretion. Yeah.
Great.
Okay. But I feel like closing the building is something I have to check in with you guys
Yes.
about. So I'm going to continue
thank
to
you.
do that as a practice. Yeah.
It's good for us to at least know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And why? I think it's
Yeah.
important to state why, because we
Agree.
did have a comment from someone at the town meeting recently who seemed upset when the library was closed for town meeting. And I think we had talked about that in the trustees meeting. So that was something I could engage with that individual on. So.
There's always somebody. Anyway.
Okay, so that was all I had. I don't want to keep you because I'm gonna see most of you in person on Monday.
Yeah.
So,
Okay,
So I
so
motion-
Anybody who can't make it? Is
What?
there anyone
Yeah.
who can't make it on Monday?
I can make it.
I think we're all making it.
yeah, I
Right.
think everybody's gonna
Yep,
be here Monday.
yep.
Okay. So
So-
shall I motion to adjourn, Marguerite?
we public comment. We
yeah.
only have one member of the public here.
Yeah, Mr.
Sam?
Stivers is with us. So
Okay.
Thank
if
you
you
for
would like
coming.
to say, Sam, we unmuted you if you'd like to
If
say
you'd like
anything.
to say a few words, right? I guess,
Nothing but
no,
hello and thank you.
A man of few words.
To adjourn.
that's it. Okay, all right.
Man of few words, that's new.
Yeah, awesome.
All right, so we're having finished our public comment. Any other business anyone wants to discuss? I think we're good.
All right, then I do motion to adjourn. Somebody want to second it?
Second,
I'll second it.
All right, Landry, aye.
Yes, Donnie,
Daisy.
I.
Beckberg, aye.
Jane, you're muted again.
Tinty eye.
Mady, aye. Jane, you're muted.
Am
Yeah,
I
there you-
muted now?
No,
No.
Aye, Davis, aye.
there we go.
Good. I think that's pretty unanimous, everyone. Listen,
Mhm.
Ryan, thank you again. Words cannot express everything you have done on this. It's amazing.
Okay, also, Sam, Sam just left, but Sam and Kathy and Mark, I know most of you know this, but they also signed the certification thing because they
That's
wanted
great.
additional town officials that were not connected to the library. So they will be getting copies. I think it's appropriate to give a copy of the building program to the entire select board.
Yeah.
Just so that they all have it.
Totally.
So what I'll probably do is send it to Mark and ask Mark to distribute it to them because that's generally how we do it. So, and then if anybody wants a copy or wants to review it, just come and see me. If anybody wants a copy of the space summary chart or they want any other part of the grant application, you can come and see me. I'm not giving you all of it, everyone, because I'm telling you right now, you don't want it. The building program itself with all the pictures is going to be close to 100 pages. So
Yeah.
It's a big document.
Save the trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, save
It'll
the
be
trees.
available online, right?
It could be. Typically, you don't put your full building program online, Janet, but it
Okay.
could be. We do have our expansion area on the website, so we could add it there. Do you think that that's worthwhile?
Or just email a link to us.
Yes, I can do that. I'm
Yeah.
just worried about the download capacity too. We're going to try to make it a PDF for the application. And I think when that happens, it might be much easier to have as a downloadable on the library's website. I was thinking on the website too. I was actually thinking the same thing because I don't know. I'm going to talk to the consultants about what are the pros and cons of that. But I kind of like, I mean, I am proud of this. I
Yeah.
guess, at the end of the
Well,
day
I
too.
would-
It was
I
a
would-
lot of work.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
definitely make it a PDF, Ryan. You
Okay.
don't want anyone changing anything. in
Yeah,
there.
to be able
Right.
to, I agree, Jane. Good thought.
And it
And
is
yeah, 'cause
public,
it's in
it is
Word right
public
now.
record. That's the
Yeah.
other part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, that's fine, but you don't want anyone messing with what you've worked on. That would be bad.
Okay.
Okay.
Have a
Okay.
great week, everybody.
Happy,
have a good
happy
weekend.
driver's license experience.
See you
I
all
know.
on Monday.
Fingers crossed. See you all.
Yes.
Wednesday.
See you Monday.
Bye, everybody. Thank
Bye.
you.